Hey, this is Doc Yates. I'm a naturopathic doctor, registered acupuncturist, and a kinesiologist, owner of the Yates Naturopathic Clinic, and the founder of the interactive health website, Able Health. And this is the Simply Health Podcast, a show for females where I work to simplify and demystify the secrets of achieving optimal health naturally, based on my own experience in working with thousands of female patients over the past 15 years of my clinical practice. Welcome to Simply Health. Hey, this is Doc Yates, and on the Simply Health Podcast today, right now when I'm recording this episode, it is just leading up to the Christmas holidays. By the time this podcast will be released, it's going to be just after the Christmas holidays, and today we want to take a lesson from some of the most wisest men in the world, the three wise men from the East that came to visit Jesus when he was born. So we're going to talk about the three wise men and what they brought. Of all the things that they could have brought, like if you think about this, all the things that they would have had access to, they brought gold, which is understandable, anyone can see that, frankincense, and myrrh. So for a lot of people, like, why frankincense and myrrh? They think of it as like incense because it smelled nice, but no, I'm going to explain how valuable. Specifically, we're going to dive into frankincense today. But first, we're going to sidetrack about my concerns with, my concerns are a little bit related with vanity, but then how it all turns around and benefited. So today's not directly about perimenopause, though this is about health concepts that will be applicable to anyone. So I somehow got on some sort of YouTube chain. You know how you go from one video to another and it just keeps showing you things, and eventually it was talking about getting a more toned jawline, and I was thinking, well, who wouldn't really want that? It's not that you want like a huge bodybuilder jawline, but anyone, male or female, would be happy with a nicer jawline. So they started showing all these rubber things you could chew on, and then these bite exercise machines. And I'm like, realistically, I don't really see myself using this. Then they were talking about chewing gum, and I was like, well, that sounds great, but the thing is that most gums are filled with so much crap that they're not good for you. It's too bad. And then I started looking up benefits of chewing gum. So in terms of chewing gum, there's actually a lot of benefits. So number one, chewing gum can improve the circulation to your brain. Chewing gum can improve your focus. It can give you a more defined jaw. Now, obviously, if you need to lose weight, it's not like this is going to make you lose weight. Yeah, chewing gum can make you burn some calories, but generally, with most commercial gums, there's probably more calories in the gum than you're going to burn chewing it. But chewing gum can reduce your appetite and cravings, which would be very helpful. And it actually has been shown to reduce stress. And each of these things that I mentioned, so circulation, focus, reducing stress, reducing appetite and cravings, all of these have been studied and shown to and proven to be effective. Again, the issue is that most gums are filled with weird chemicals, if not tons of sugar, then artificial sweeteners, which are, in our view, just as bad, if not worse. So then I started thinking, well, there's got to be other things that you could chew that would be very good for you, and I started looking those up. And then I remembered frankincense. Frankincense is something that there's different ways that we prepare it. So we make all of our own supplements, and frankincense is typically made as an alcohol extract. And you take a very strong alcohol and you grind it up and you have it soaked in there for a period of time, a few weeks, and then you strain it and press it out. But there are a lot of water soluble and compounds in there that are also soluble in your saliva. And traditionally, frankincense was often chewed as a gum. So you could take all of those benefits, every one of them we talked about from the gum chewing, and then tag on all of the benefits of frankincense. And all of these benefits, which is why frankincense was so valuable in the ancient world. Number one, frankincense can improve your oral health and inflammation of your gums because it reduces bacteria that can cause cavities, gingivitis, and it reduces inflammation in your mouth. And in doing that, it improves the oral health prevents cavities, gingivitis. So it's a great gum that you can use for oral health. Also chewing it, because you're producing the extra saliva, and then these compounds, these anti-inflammatory compounds, are going down into your stomach when you swallow. It's actually been proven to improve your digestion and reduce inflammation associated with colitis. And colitis is a very strong inflammatory condition affecting the bowel, and chewing frankincense has been shown to help that as well. Frankincense, now they haven't done many studies with this in human trials, but in the lab, frankincense, the compounds of frankincense have been shown and proven to be anti-cancerous, which means that when they're combined with cancerous cells, they can cause them to actually self-destruct. So anything to reduce inflammation generally has been shown to have an improvement with cancer outcomes or cancer prevention. And frankincense, when it comes to anti-inflammatory, is near the top of the list when it comes to natural compounds. So frankincense can have anti-cancer properties. Regular chewing gum, I assure you, does not. Frankincense has been proven in studies to reduce asthma. Asthma is another condition in which inflammation affects the airways. You can see it a lot in kids. You can see it in adults. You could get your kids to literally be like, here, chew this gum and reduce their asthma. So for me, that sounds fantastic, because kids love chewing gum. Now keep in mind, kids love chewing gum because it tastes like sugar. Frankincense has a very, how do I describe it? A very kind of piney kind of flavor. So it definitely takes some getting used to. It's not like a substitute where, well, you know what, in health, anytime you try to do a substitute, you will get disappointed. So think of it as just something totally different. It's like when people first have gluten-free bread, and they're like, oh, this does not taste like regular bread. You can't go into it expecting it to taste like that. Just like almond milk doesn't taste like milk. Just like rice flour does not have the same consistency as wheat flour. So don't go into it thinking that it's going to be a change. If it's the same thing, you just can't tell the difference. It's not. You will tell the difference. The taste is different. The one thing with frankincense gum, though, unlike regular gum, the taste, as long as you're chewing it, lasts for hours. Like, the taste just doesn't go away. So if you learn to like the taste of it, it's not like a piece of gum where within 5 minutes all the flavor is gone. The taste will remain. The fifth thing that frankincense has been studied for and shown to be helpful is arthritis. Of course, it's another inflammatory condition, this time affecting your joints. And I use this in formulas all the time for arthritis. Now, I spoke in a previous podcast about arthritis, talking about the other things you'd want to consider first, such as diet, structural alignment, but anti-inflammatories was definitely on the top 5 of that list. And of the anti-inflammatories, frankincense is on the top 5 of that. So you definitely want to, anytime you're dealing with pain and arthritis, consider adding frankincense. And like I said, doing it as a gum, which you could just chew after meals to improve your digestion and get all these other benefits, is a great way to do that. The overall take-home about this is that frankincense is a potent anti-inflammatory, which means that any condition that has a link with inflammation would theoretically benefit from frankincense. Now, like, you can start to see how valuable this would have been. Like, so many conditions of the ancient world and so many things, that problems that we see if you look back in older medical texts, were strong and inflammatory in nature. So by having something that could prevent that and reduce that would have a huge benefit towards that person and the population using it. So even things like depression has been linked with inflammation, skin issues linked with inflammation, things affecting aging and like reducing, like, I guess we'll use the term anti-aging. I guess that's a more popular term. But anti-aging, all can be linked with inflammation. So anything you do to reduce inflammation will show benefit in that. And frankincense has it. So you're chewing it, you're going to get the reduced appetite, the improved focus, the improved circulation to your brain, while getting all the benefits of the anti-inflammatory. So I hope this was enough to encourage you to maybe go out and get some frankincense as a gum. So it's frankincense gum. It's also called, it's kind of a cool name. It's called frankincense tears. So the frankincense plant, it almost kind of bleeds this gum out, and it looks like little tears forming on the plant, which are then removed, and then you can get like bags of it, and we have it at the office as well. So frankincense tears, you can try chewing it as gum. Again, give yourself start with small amounts. Give yourself some time to get used to it. And if you can, there's like so many things. If you can get used to these different flavors and try them out, then you can get the true benefit of using it. So try out some frankincense gum, get these benefits, and you can get your more defined jawline. Just like this got me started on this search in the first place. So this is Doc Yates, Defined Jaw, signing off. Thanks for tuning in to Simply Health. If you want to learn more about health, check out Able Health. If you want to see some of the other projects that I've been working on in health, business, music, and life, please check out the links below.